Good evening, everyone. My name is Ricardo Sullivan, and thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to walk you through the Office of the Procurement Regulation Depository, step by step from registration to publishing to requesting pre-qualification. Everything you'll see is based on real usage of the system, presented visually through screenshots and illustrations, so you can clearly understand the process without guessing. Before we begin, one quick note. I am speaking as Ricardo, based on experience using the system. I am not speaking on behalf of the OPR, and this is an educational walkthrough only with no political affiliation or references. Let us begin. This session is designed for sole proprietors and small and medium-sized organizations, especially those who find the portal confusing, hard to navigate, or unclear about what is actually required. If you've ever asked yourself, am I registered? Am I published? Why is my application pending or rejected? Then this session is for you. At the end of this session, you should be able to create an account, understand what type of account you are creating, populate your supplier information properly, understand what publishing really means, and request pre-qualification for your lines of business. Just as important, you'll understand where most people lose time and what mistakes create unnecessary delays. Let's start with the big picture. The OPR Depository follows a left to right flow. Your registration, you register in the main user, you're creating a supplier record, you upload and assign documents, you populate company information, then you publish. And only after you publish do you request pre-qualification. The most frustration comes from doing these steps out of order. What I'll be showing you on these slides is how each step actually looks inside the system and what to pay attention to at each stage. Let's clarify on some common terms. Registered means the account exists, even if nothing has been uploaded yet. Published means your information is visible to public entities. Pre-qualification request means you have submitted a line of business for review. Approved means the line of business was approved. Publishing is not the beginning. Publishing is closer to the end, actually. Yeah. Firstly, the first email you register becomes the main account holder, so all system notifications would go there by default. So as you're looking at this slide, notice that the email fields appears on the registration screen. Choose a stable, monitored email address, one that won't change if staff changes. That single decision can save you a lot of frustration in the future. Yeah. So after your registration, you'll receive a link to log in, and inside that, you'll arrive at the supplier dashboard. This is where everything branches out: documents, company information, users, and line of business. From here on, accuracy and patience matter more than speed. Yeah, so let's go to our documents actually. Documents are one of the biggest pain points in this entire process. Uploading a document is not the same as assigning a document. On the slides, you'll see uploading simply stores the file, assigning to the system. Assigning tells the system what the document is and where it belongs. Another important habit is naming your files properly. Clear file names would reduce confusion when you're assigning documents, and when someone else is reviewing your profile. Now pay attention to the starred items on the screen. These items would indicate mandatory requirements. Without these mandatory compliance documents, you will struggle to be pre-qualified regardless of your technical competence. Yes, the compliance documents require ongoing attention. So this is our tax compliance, our VAT compliance, national insurance compliance. Some of these certificates relatively expire very quickly, often within a few months. This means the work doesn't end once you upload them. You need to probably set reminders and a system to monitor these expiry dates. Otherwise, your profile quality becomes non-compliant without you even realizing it. The company information section acts as a snapshot. This is often the first procurement officer looks to confirm that the supplier appears complete and organized. If the documents are uploaded, some fields must still be manually populated. So the snapshot would make sense even if it applies to the business and it's okay. But the key field should never be left incomplete. So lines of business are not a major example. There's no search bar, and the categories go very, very deeply. In the same service can appear in multiple places. As you look through the slides, you'd see that some services can exist under different headings and codes. Public entities and notifications use specific codes, and if they see the right code, if you miss the right code on another valid one, you may never receive the notification. That is why it's very important to select your line of business in every relevant category where it exists. And this can be a bit of a challenge at times. You can create additional users for your account. However, the system asks for security codes up front. This is very strange. That would feel very awkward, especially when setting up access for a colleague. The simplest approach is to create users while the person is present so that they can enter their own security details. Publishing is another critical step. Once you publish, your profile becomes visible to public entities. If you publish too early and request pre-qualification before entities are complete, you risk rejection. Publishing should feel like a final review, not a starting point. So after publishing, you submit pre-qualifications for a line of business. You complete each declaration accurately and track the status. Pending doesn't always block opportunities, but approval reduces friction and improves confidence. Most rejections come from missing documents, publishing too early, or incomplete company information. But before we conclude, because we're just about finished, I want to introduce you to a final idea. This side is entitled Who, Not How. The concept comes from Dan Sullivan, a well-known business coach who has worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs and business owners. He has also authored the book Who, Not How. The central idea is simple. Whenever we have a goal or face a problem, our instinct is to ask how. How do I do this? How do I figure this out? How do I make time for this? According to Dan, this is often the wrong question. The better question is how. Is not how rather, but is who. Who already knows how to do this? Who has done it before? Who can do this more efficiently and accurately? When you work with the right who, you immediately gain access to experience, systems, and practical knowledge that you don't currently have. Working with a who reduces your efforts. It would improve the quality of the outcome, and most importantly, it would free up a lot of your working time. As business owners and entrepreneurs, we are the main engine of our businesses. If the engine is overloaded with administrative tasks, everything would slow down. One of the most important responsibilities is not filling out forms or navigating portals. It is making decisions, setting direction, and moving your business forward. And that would require your time working. Research consistently would show that most high quality ideas and insights not really appear when you're overloaded with tasks. They appear when there's a mental space, the space that only exists when we are intentional about what we do ourselves and what we delegate. So, bringing this back to the OPR process, you've seen how detailed the system is. You've seen where the time goes. You've seen how easy it is to lose your navigating requirements. Yes, you can do it yourself, but the real question is not how to complete OPR registration. The real question is whether this is the best use of your time as a business owner. So, let's close with a quick recap. We need to follow a correct sequence. To registration, we would need to upload and assign documents carefully, monitor mandatory compliance items, select lines of business accurately, publish only when we are truly ready. So, thank you for this time you had with me today. And if this session was helpful, please subscribe or follow. Thank you and have a good evening. Take care.